London, an old and vast capital city. One of its boroughs is Lewisham. It's a diverse, multicultural community and has almost 250,000 residents. But Lewisham has a growing problem. The local council says the carrying and use of knives by young people is increasing. They are carried to the shops, on nights out, even when they go to school. We investigate why and what's being done to tackle this issue. There are over 15,000 school children in Lewisham alone, facing peer pressure, uncertainty, and the need to fit in. Some of them are willing to take violent action in the simplest of disputes. Some feel unsafe and that authorities are not giving them enough protection.
I don't walk around late at night by myself. I don't think streets are safe.
Self-defense is no longer about using your fists. It's about carrying your own personal weapon. Knives are compact, light, and reusable. Violent crime not only hurts someone physically, but scars them emotionally.
I was basically trying to find a shortcut home, so I just kind of took this alleyway. I heard someone shout "Oi" from behind, and suddenly I just kind of went into a bit of a panic. There was someone behind me, I just knew it, I could hear the footsteps. And so I looked behind me, and it was at that point I just felt myself being grabbed, and I was just being punched from left to right. And then I just noticed one of the boys took out his scissors. I was just basically trying to, push them off, stop them from actually stabbing me with the scissors. And at that point, he slashed it across my arm. It was just terrible. I mean, I remember just thinking, oh my God, I'm dead. I just don't understand how people could just do something as horrible as this. I mean, I don't feel safe. When I go out on the street, I just feel so paranoid, I just really wish I could turn back the time, but obviously I can't. So sorry.
Currently you must be at least 16 years old to buy a knife. Here in a high street shop they are readily available and much less expensive than other weapons like a gun, which makes them that much more accessible to young people. Using the internet, it's even easier. The law is clear when it comes to carrying a knife, and recently further powers are being sought through the Violent Crime Reduction Bill. Possession of a knife is illegal and can lead to you appearing in court. The maximum prison sentence is 4 years. A criminal record would affect you for the rest of your life. If you use a knife to commit a crime, the consequences are a lot worse. Your knife could also end up in someone else's hands and could be used against you. On our search to find out more on knife crime in Lewisham, we headed out onto the street to hear the public's perception of this problem.
It's something, I guess, that you're always aware of, and it's slightly worrying, but I've never seen any instances of it myself.
Sometimes you might get on the bus and you're afraid when you met some small kid, or this little kid inside the bus. If you try to caution them, they will start bullying you. You get me? Which is not the right thing to do. I think government should do something about that.
I think it tends to be more people getting caught up in gang problems who get involved in it. And if you're not one of them, you're probably fairly safe. But it's still quite worrying, and it brings the whole area down a bit.
I know a lot of people that carry around knives. They say they carry around knives for protection and things like that.
Yep, I will and I won't. The reason why I would, Jay, is to keep myself safe. And the reason why I won't, because just in case I get stopped by police and they won't want to listen to the reason why I'm carrying it. They'll just think, yeah, I'm just carrying it to be like violence.
The way they stop and search, I think they shouldn't just pick out people. I think if they see a group of people, they should stop and search all of them, see if they've all got knives on them, and then they shouldn't really just go, I'm going to prosecute you. I'm just going to prosecute. They should go, I'm just going to take it away from you and give you a warning.
We've heard what the public think, but we also wanted to investigate what is actually being done to prevent knife crime. Local authorities have been working hard on this issue.
We have lots of knife amnesties. We've got a bin out front and everyone has to put their knives into it. But We have what we call a section 60 of, I think what the Act's called now, but it's a public order act. And then we can search anybody in a given area who's got a weapon on them. We've got schools liaison officers who they talk about knife crime, they talk about some, and they do searches as well.
Recently, street crime in Lewisham has risen by 18%. The borough uses an expanding number of CCTV cameras to cover the major shopping areas in the borough. They are monitored 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But sadly none were covering an underpass in New Cross, where this young man was attacked a few years ago.
Yeah, this is where it all happened. Funny enough, this is actually I live about 5 minutes away from here, not too far away. I was walking on from college that day. It was actually a good day. I was walking along this road on my way home. Actually, just stand there, just walking up that way. I came across 2 boys and 2 girls, basically. I saw walk past both of them. Actually, I saw one of the girls. I was actually staring at one of the girls, thinking like because she looked familiar, basically. So I thought I recognised her face. And as I walked past the 4 group of youths, I heard one of them basically say to, "Hey you, what are you looking at?" It was round here actually, just at this place here, ran around this court. And next thing I saw was he walked up to me, pushed me back, because I was thinking, okay, the one in front of me basically grabbed onto my jumper, and he was pushing me back because I was like struggling with them. And he brought scissors from his pocket, tried to stab me on my chest as well. And but I didn't actually go through because I had my jumper on, but I didn't penetrate through. And from that minute I was literally shaking. I was actually scared. Actually there was people walking past, but no one helped, and I was hoping that people would actually help. No one helped me.
The police face an upward struggle to curb the perceptions young people have about carrying knives. Recently, the Metropolitan Police produced a DVD, which was freely distributed to young people through local radio stations. It is called Knife City, and appears like a computer game until it is played. It then transforms into a video, which quite graphically depicts the real consequences of carrying and using knives. It is still too early to tell if this initiative has been effective. It is part of a larger operation called Operation Blunt. Knife City can at the very least be praised for its attempt to get the message across in a different form, one that is hopefully more in tune with the younger generation. It is debatable if there will ever be the right amount of effort, money or technology to tackle knife crime fully. It could even be more complex than we've ever imagined. The effect that this sort of crime has on individuals is, however, what stands out.